Clients, such as Microsoft Outlook, come with features that can help to protect against malicious attachments entering or leaving the computer system. Some built-in protection features in Microsoft Outlook are attachment security. Outlook defines two attachment security levels, which are Level 1 and Level 2. Level 1 attachments include extensions such as .exe are automatically blocked by default. Level 2 attachments include all other types such as .xls are not blocked by Outlook, but however, a dialog box prompts the user to save the attachments to the hard disk when accessing it. The purpose of the dialog box is to give the user an opportunity to scan the file before opening it. Moreover, protection can also be done by installing an antivirus software. An antivirus software consists of computer programs that attempt to identify and eliminate known computer viruses and other malicious software, also called malware. If a piece of code or program in a file matches any virus identified by the antivirus software during a virus scan process, then one of the following actions can take place. Attempt to repair the file by removing the virus itself from the file. Quarantine the file such that it remains inaccessible to other programs and its virus can no longer spread. Delete the infected file. Web security. The usefulness of the World Wide Web is due not just to browsers, but also the web components that enable services for end users through their browser interfaces. Many web security concerns have arisen, and they can be grouped in three main tasks. Securing a server that delivers content to users over the web. Securing the transport of information between users and servers over the web. Securing the user's computer from attack over a web connection. Security has become a problem for all those who use the web, whether home users or large companies connecting to the internet. Hackers, computer viruses, and other threats are constantly affecting web services. Firewall. In networks and computer systems, firewall is an important security component. It is a system designed to prevent unauthorized access to or from a private network. Firewalls can be implemented in both hardware and software, or a combination of both. It is a combination of hardware components and appropriate software that controls or filters access between two networks. It is considered as a first line of defense in protecting private information, and it is placed at the junction point between the two networks. Password. A password is a secret combination of different characters, letters, numbers that is used to allow only authorized users have access to certain services like email account or files on a computer. Password selection is one of those critical activities that is often neglected as part of a good security baseline. Many computer systems today are only protected by a simple user ID and password. If an attacker guesses the right user ID and password combination, then all other steps taken to secure the computer system collapse. Therefore, selecting a good password is critical to protecting computer systems. There are mainly two types of passwords: strong password and weak password. A strong password is one that is designed to be hard for a person or program to discover. It is sufficiently long, random by the user who chose it, so that guessing for it will require a long time. A weak password is one that is short, or is a default, or which can be easily guessed by searching a subset of all possible passwords, such as words in the dictionary, proper names, words based on the username, or common variations on these themes. Weak passwords provide attackers with easy access to computers or networks, while strong passwords are considerably harder to crack. The following guidelines help to make a password more difficult to guess or obtain. Should be at least 8 characters long. Should not consist of dictionary words. Should never be the same as the user's login name, or contain the login name. Should not consist of the user's first or last name, family member's name, birth dates, pet names, or any other item that is identified with the user. Given enough time and computing power, virtually any password can be cracked by simply testing all possible passwords. It is therefore necessary to have users change their passwords on a regular basis. Techniques for securing computer systems. In order to ensure a stronger computer security against hackers, viruses, and other threats, the following general steps may be adopted. Suspicious or untrusted software should not be downloaded or installed, as they can affect computer performance. Many free utilities, such as file sharing software, or toolbars, and other pieces of software of unknown origin, come loaded with adware and spyware. These should be prevented. Antivirus software can quickly detect when viruses, worms, and other types of malicious code are introduced to a computer. It is essential that current version of supported antivirus software is installed and set for regular and automatic updates. Computer users have to assign strong password to prevent hackers from stealing confidential information. Hard-to-guess passwords that can withstand automated password cracking attempts is important for higher security. The computer system's firewall provides an additional level of protection against malicious activity by examining and restricting network traffic to the computer. Strong encryption provides secrecy during data communication or storage. Backup is a way of securing information. It is another copy of all important computer files kept in another location. These files are kept on hard disks, SSDs, etc. Backups act as an insurance copy in case of data loss. In the case of operating systems and other softwares, patches have an important role of fixing security holes. A patch is a small piece of software designed to update and fix problems with a computer program. To facilitate updates, operating systems often provide automatic update facilities. Security and law. Due to increasing vulnerability of individuals regarding their privacy and protection of data, there have been significant regulatory activities on the issue of data protection and confidentiality. There are 4 main IT-related laws currently existing, and these are outlined as follows. Data Protection Bill 2004. The objective of this bill is to provide for the protection of the privacy rights of individuals in view of the developments in the techniques used to capture, transmit, manipulate, record, or store data relating to individuals. Privacy laws refer to the rights of individuals or organizations to restrict the use of data. Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act 2003. in Mauritius, the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act 2003 had been introduced for legal protection against hackers and regulating criminal behavior in the IT world. This act was enacted to provide for repression of criminal activities perpetrated through computer systems. This legislation is used to protect the society from cybercrimes and to give a strong signal to would-be perpetrators. Cybercriminals face severe penalties if found guilty within this law. 3 common cybercrimes, namely financial crimes, illegal interception of computer services, and child pornography on the web, have been made criminal offenses under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. The Electronic Transactions Act 2000. It provides the appropriate legal framework to facilitate electronic transactions and communications and give a new orientation to the traditional way of doing business by fostering the conduct of transactions by electronic means. It also provides for the legal recognition and regulation of electronic records, electronic signatures, and their security. The Copyright Act 1997. It was introduced in July 1997 to provide the appropriate legal framework for the protection of intellectual property rights, including software and electronic databases. This law has paved the way for major information technology companies, such as Microsoft, to set up a regional office in Mauritius. In this section, a few well-known computer viruses that have affected computers worldwide are presented. The Melissa virus. Melissa is the best known of early viruses in March 1999 that attach themselves to Microsoft Word documents. It infected about 1 million computers, congested network traffic, and caused problems for email servers worldwide. If a user opens the file containing the Melissa virus, it infects the current computer and also sends itself to the first 50 addresses in the individual's email address book. The love letter worm, also known as the I love you virus. The worm was spread in May 2000 over an estimated 45 million computers via email attachments with the email subject line of I love you. When the user ran the attachment, it searched the system for files with specific extensions in order to replace them with copies of itself. It also sent itself to everyone in the user's address book. Again, since the receiver generally knew the sender, most individuals opened the attachment without questioning. The Code Red worm. The worm took advantage of vulnerability of early version of Microsoft's Internet Information Server web servers in July 2001. Thousands of computers connected to the Internet were infected within hours of release. Microsoft released a patch for the vulnerability. The patch should be installed and the system rebooted before being connected to the Internet. The Slammer worm. The virus exploited initial vulnerability in computers running Microsoft's SQL Server in January 2003. Later, Microsoft released a patch for the vulnerability. But the worm infected a large number of computers within the first 24 hours of release, caused network outages and other IT-related disruptions. Once a machine was infected, the host would start randomly selecting targets and sending packets to them to attempt infection.